to see how they measure up against three fantastic properties overseas. And I'm going for gold for the away team in the Dordogne in the south of France. I don't think that's likely, Johnny. Here in France, I've got three charming properties, all of which have their own private pool. Phil and Geraldine can't wait to kickstart their retirement and buy a new home together. But whilst Geraldine is keen on a new start here in southwest France, there's no denying it is a beautiful part of the UK. But when Geraldine and Phil see what's on offer here, Johnny won't stand a chance. The Dordogne region is the most popular place for foreign buyers in the whole of France. And with more properties available than meets demand, there are still bargains to be had. What are you two feeling about being here in France? Isn't it? But I know you saw some beautiful areas in Devon with Johnny as well, didn't you? There's so much to be said for this part of France, I think. But what is it that's attracted the two of you here?
And I really fell in love with the lifestyle.
How do you see yourself spending, every day? If you do move out here, what will you fill your time doing? Can you describe the sort of property that you're hoping to see?
A character on the outside, yeah. The swimming pool, of course.
Do you have a particular sort of location in mind? How much have you got to spend here on a property then? Let's get started and fingers crossed. Well, coming up, I can't wait to find out what Phil and Geraldine think of this traditional French house with plenty of room for all their visitors. Phil and Geraldine from Hertfordshire are on the hunt for a new home, but there's one problem. They can't decide whether that new home should be here in the Dordogne region of France or in East Devon, closer to family and friends. We are off to a cracking start, and it looks like even Phil is coming round to the idea of a life in France. House hunters Phil and Geraldine are looking for the perfect place to live out their retirement, and so far here in the Dordogne region of France, they've fallen for a modern villa. And so has the idea of sort of moving out to France been cemented at all for you, Geraldine? And how's Devon looking now in that townhouse? What's the plan? Amazing!
£260,000.
OK, £3,000. So, shall I give the agent a call then?
Yes, please.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, got some fantastic news for you yesterday outside Beaumont, and they would like to offer £260,000. Fantastic. Well, we'll wait for your call. Butterflies in my tummy. Oh, there we go. Right. OK, thank you, Deborah. I'll speak to them and I'll give you a call back. Right.
Okay.
Have not accepted that offer. They've come back with a counter offer.
OK.
£1,000. Fantastic. OK. Deborah, I'm very happy to tell you that Geraldine and Phil are happy to accept that counter offer. Put them in touch with you.
That's so exciting. Thank you so much, Dad.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness me.
Well, cheers. Well, Geraldine and Phil were looking for an adventure, and what an adventure it's been. I wish them all the very best of luck with their retirement here in France.